Okay, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make some of the core changes to your website. And the first thing you're going to want to do is go to Appearance and go to Customize. This will open the WordPress Customizer, and this is really where a lot of your changes are going to be made. So first things first, you want to change your logo. So go to Site Identity and click Change Logo. And it's really as simple as uploading your logo image, selecting it, and applying that change. You can skip the cropping, or you can crop the image if it's slightly too big. And obviously it hasn't changed here because I'm using the same logo. But just as a quick side note here, you'll also want to change the site title and tagline because this will show up in other places. So make sure you change that. If for some reason your logo isn't quite the right size, what I recommend doing is going back and going to additional CSS. And you don't really need to pay attention to most of this, but the top line here is what you'll want to change, the width value. So if you want your logo to be a bit bigger, you can add say 50 pixels. Again, if your logo is too small or too big, you can adjust that here. The next thing you want to do is change your font settings. Now you might be happy with what I've set here, but if you did want to change that, you want to go into typography. So again, go back to the main menu, go into typography, and you can change it in all different places. So you've got the body, which is just your paragraph text. You can change the font, you can change the weight, you can change the font size. This is all going to change in the preview window here, so you can see exactly how that looks. And you'll want to go through, make sure you do your navigation, your buttons, your headings. Again, you can leave this exactly how it is, but if you wanted to add your own spin on it, this is where you'll do it. Next is colors. So again, we're back into the main menu here, and you're just going to click colors, and here is where you'll change colors all throughout your site. So again, body, you can change the text color. This will update as well. So if I change that, you can see it updates in the preview. I'm not going to mess with any of these values, but I just want you to know that this is where you need to make those changes so that it applies globally. Again, buttons, you want to change all that. Content, this is where you set your heading colors as well, so this is really useful. So again, very, very straightforward. I'm going to go back to the main menu. There is one more thing that I want to mention here, which is the copyright. So this appears at the bottom of your site. It's just a small line of text, and you just want to make sure that it has your site name. So make sure you change that, save and publish, and that will update across your site. Now, another thing I need to point out is the disclaimer here. Now, this is something that all Amazon affiliate sites need to have, but of course, we have the demo site URL in here, so we definitely need to change that to yours. So what we need to do is exit the customizer, go into Appearance and Widgets, and the disclaimer is in the footer widget 1 area. So if you expand that out, and you can simply change the URL, hit save, and that will update immediately. Now, another thing you'll probably want to look at is the menu items, and there are a few places that menus exist. So I'm going to flip over to the website, and you see we've got the primary menu up here, and we also have 3 individual menus down here. And if you want to change those, you have to go into Appearance, Menus in the back end, and it will open up the menu editor. And from this drop down here, you want to select the menu that you want to modify. So for example, let's say I want to modify the footer 1 menu, which is the first column in the footer. And I can see I've got my home, about, and contact pages here. And I can expand those out, I can remove them, I can change the label, I can drag new posts in here. It's really, really easy to customize menus in this interface. And all you need to do is hit the Save Menu button, and that will update immediately. Now, one more thing before I wrap up this video, I want to talk about categories. So if you go to Posts, Categories, these actually appear in the primary menu. So if I flick back over to the site, you'll see we've got Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie, and these are your post categories. Obviously, these are just examples, and you will want to change these. So if I go back over to the categories, you can see they're here, and all you need to do is quick edit, and you can change the name of these, and you want to change the slug as well. This is what appears in the URL. Now, if you wanted to add a new category, you can do that down here. Just insert your name, your slug. You don't need to add a parent category in most cases. And one thing I will point out here is that you want to set the page header to the basic header. And what this is, if I go back to the site, I'll show you. If I click on a category, this just gives you that grey strip across the page, which you don't need this, but if you want consistency, I highly recommend that you set that so you can have the same look and feel across all of your category pages. So that's it for the core changes. There will be more videos with more customization, so make sure you check those out. But that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.